Book burning. Not on my watch.
Get that stuff out of here. It's Southwest Bias.
Welcome into Southwest Bias live from Studio K. And yeah, there won't be any book burning on my watch. It's Devin Booker book burning. Because right now, you know what, Shane? Actually, why don't we just go to the footage? We've got exclusive footage of what's going on in Suns fandom right now. Let's take a look. Complete and utter explosion. Fans are losing their ever-loving mind. Sure, that was a SpaceX rocket, but it's owned by Elon, and Suns fans on Twitter, which is owned by Elon, are exploding as well. They're exploding with what I think is insanity at this moment, because we are all in this wait-and-see mode with the Kevin Durant deal. And now people are discussing, is it time to trade Devin Booker? We've turned to this right now in terms of what fans are talking about. And to me, it's insane to even think about this. Put down the hopium pipe. Stop wanting ping pong balls. That's not what's going to get it done here in Phoenix. And you want to say Devin Booker had a season that was not up to standards last year? Shane, do we have the stats that you can show the people? Devin Booker had 25.6 points per game and 7.1 assists per game. He was top 10 in both categories in the NBA. Yet some people want to say he's fallen off a cliff, or his prime is about to be over, or the fact that he wasn't as good last year as he was in previous years. I'm sorry, but we are not at a point where trading Devin Booker is any solution to any problem at all. We've got Devin Booker stan accounts on Twitter talking about how Devin Booker's past his prime. This stuff to me is insane that people want to go down this path potentially, acting as if that the Suns are doomed in perpetuity now. You go look at their salary cap situation, and yeah, next year is going to be tough. No matter what moves you make, you're probably going to be a fringe playoff team. You were last year with Kevin Durant too. But going into that next offseason, you're going to have salary cap space. And guess what? You're still going to have Devin Booker, a guy that people want to play alongside of. And it's crazy to me, after what we've experienced as Suns fans, that you really, really want to go down that path again. Some people really, really want to try to rely on the draft. You did that for a decade. And guess what? The only guy you came out of it with is Devin Booker. You spent a decade searching for a Devin Booker, and now some of you want to get rid of a Devin Booker. This is crazy to me that this is where we are. And I get it. Waiting around, losing for 2 years, it sucks. It's tough. It breeds crazy takes. I understand. But it's not just Twitter. I've heard it in the media, people talking about this. And to me, it's crazy that we're here. Shane, do we have the graphic about draft picks over the last decade? Let's take a look at what you're potentially wanting to sign up for. This is every lottery pick the Suns have made since 2011. Markieff Morris, Kendall Marshall, Alex Len, TJ Warren, Devin Booker, like I said, you're one guy you come out with. Dragan Bender, Marquise Chris, Josh Jackson, DeAndre Ayton, Miles Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Jalen Smith. You look at that list, and that's your hopium. That's what you're playing with. For every Oklahoma City, there's a team that does what the Suns did with a lot of lottery picks, all right? And that's called crapping the bed, all right? And that is what some people want to sign up for. And I think you're flat out crazy. And yet these are some of the same people that are complaining about Brian Gregory being general manager. So you want to trust that and do that drafting? And don't say, oh, that was one general manager. That was 3 separate GMs that found ways to screw up the lottery as the Suns. And that's not even counting Earl Clark, who was a number 15 pick by a different GM. 4 GMs screwed up top 15 picks for this franchise that could have changed things different. And I said Miles Bridges. I meant Mikal Bridges, obviously, was who the Suns drafted. And look, you look at that list and you go, okay, a handful of good role players and Devin Booker and a bunch of wasted potential. I do not want to sign up for the hopium of ping pong balls again. It will not change what your future is if you go down that route. Especially because you don't own your picks. And don't tell me trading Devin Booker to Houston to recoup your picks is the answer. I don't want to see tanking. And I know Matt Ishbia doesn't either. You retool and you find a way to build around Devin Booker. And that first step is getting pieces in the Kevin Durant trade. And the second step is getting ready for free agency in the subsequent 2 summers that follow it. Devin Booker does not want to go anywhere, and the Suns shouldn't want Devin Booker to go anywhere. And if you're out there as a fan wanting Devin Booker to go somewhere, take a long, hard look in the mirror. Because I'm not sure, really, that you're a Phoenix Suns fan. But maybe that's just my Southwest bias. Time to welcome in the mustache behind the Mac, Shane Diefenbach. Wonderful to have you along with me, as always, Shane. Are you one of the people that I'm ready to exile from Phoenix Suns fandom?
Yeah, I hate Devin Booker. He's a bad guy.
All right, well, that's what I figured. I expected no less from you.
No, I think it's ridiculous that I will say it's definitely the minority of Suns fans because Suns fans adore Devin Booker. But the people that do think that the only way out is trading him haven't thought about it. They haven't done any critical thinking about it because of what you just went over. It's not easy to hit on a draft pick, especially now. In the past 10 years, predicting draft picks and just like hitting on a draft pick, it doesn't matter if they are in the top 5, in the second round, late first round, like it has just become harder. And it's a lot of factors, the pool of players has increased. The international play is better. But it's also just like analytics isn't helping as much as everyone thought. You can't look at somebody and eye test them anymore. You can't look at somebody and say, he reminds me of this guy. He's not going to become that guy. The comparisons don't work anymore. So it's a lot harder to hit on the draft.
Well, and it's always been hard. It's always been a crapshoot. There's never been, some people think getting the number 1 pick makes it a surefire, a slam dunk for your team. Guess what? It doesn't. We lived through it. We've seen other teams live through it. Ask how Anthony Bennett turned out. There's a litany of guys that haven't actually pulled anything off in terms of being lottery picks. It is a total and utter crapshoot. And you spent a decade trying to find a guy that could be the centerpiece of your franchise, a cornerstone. You get him, and then things get tough again. And it's like, maybe time to walk away.
Yeah. Especially like this draft, you look at it and you say, okay, the top end talent is there. The last 2 drafts, the top end talent has been there, but then it gets shaky. You just never know what you're going to hit on. You could have never predicted that the guy that didn't start a game in college, that didn't do anything that wowed you physically, was going to turn into one of the greatest mid-range scorers ever. But Devin Booker did. Like, you can't predict these type of things. So thinking you're going to hit on a draft pick and it's going to be a shoo-in because you're trading a franchise player who's a sure thing for at least the next 7 years is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, no, 100%. And look, draft picks are part of what you need. And I'm not saying you should go with the scorched earth approach that they've taken over the last handful of years where it's draft picks don't matter. You know, that's not the case, but I don't think it can be your sole strategy. And if you're punting on Devin Booker, that's what it is. Time to turn to the Kevin Durant update desk. There's no breaking news. No breaking news, but it's time to take a look at what Charania had to say today in terms of Kevin Durant. This was on the Pat McAfee show, and Sham said the Rockets, Heat, and Timberwolves are literally 1 or 2 pieces away from getting a deal done. I said that the Suns do have a kind of a threshold that they want to reach in a return for Kevin Durant, but that this is close and it's essentially a game of chicken right now, which I think we all kind of knew that's what it comes down to. And the first team to blink is going to wind up getting Kevin Durant, and the Suns are going to be able to move on from it. But like we talked, did you have something, Shane?
Isn't that great news for Suns fans that there is I guess you could call it a bidding war.
Yeah, I mean, some people think it's that Spider-Man meme where everybody's just pointing at each other and you may not get anything good out of it. I don't believe that.
It's the summer season, but Espo, what else is it?
Subterfuge season.
Never know what to
believe.
believe.
Big subterfuge season. Look, we were talking about it. We are sick and tired of this whole thing. We want an answer. I don't care if it's the Toronto deal or the Minnesota deal, or if the Miami Heat include Ware, or Houston gives something up that they're not expected to. Just get this done. And as part of that, I've decided we need something to keep ourselves entertained while we wait for the Kevin Durant deal to come down. So I found a place called babybookie.com. No, we're not betting on babies racing at halftime of the NBA Finals tonight. No, I use this platform where you guess when a baby's going to be born to turn into a Kevin Durant trade guessing machine where you, the fans of the program, can use the link in the chat. Click there and make your guess on the day that Kevin Durant's going to be traded. And if you get it right, I'm personally going to send you a PHNX hat from our friends at Branded Bills, because we need to make this a little bit more interesting, because if I have to keep talking about Kevin Durant trades without a Kevin Durant trade happening, I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind, but at least this is a way for us to have some fun with it. So click that link in the description, make your guess, and if you get it right, you're going to get a PHNX hat from our friends at Branded Bills, courtesy of me, Espo. You like that, Shane?
Yeah, it's a great idea. And I mean, show one of the hats off. Look at that. Look at these things.
Yeah, they're beautiful. There's multiple. You've seen my Phoenix one too. One of those will be yours if the price is right, or at least the date of the Kevin Durant trade is right. When you click that link, we'll give you an update on who joined. You have until tomorrow's show. So get in on that, and we will take a look at who's in there tomorrow. Also, a reminder that tomorrow is Die Hard Day as part of our Spirit Week. So everything, the topics, everything, questions, whatever you want, it's all about you. You can leave your comments on the video here. If you're in our Discord, you can leave that. You can tweet me your questions. You can text or leave a voicemail on our voicemail bag line as well. Tomorrow's Die Hard Day. But today is Big Brothers Big Sisters Day. We have crossed the threshold of $10,000 that we wanted to raise for Big Brothers Big Sisters, but we want to go even further, and we need your help. Help me prove that we are better than the other cities in ALLCITY, but more importantly, help kids get the mentorship that they deserve and be able to get experiences that will change their lives by helping support Big Brothers Big Sisters. Hit that donate button that you see here on the YouTube page, or click the link in our descriptions. We have got a segment that you've all been waiting for, but you didn't know that you need. It is Throwdown Thursday. It's a throwback to what Southwest Bias used to be. Complete and utter debate chaos right after this. I was telling you one of you is going to win a branded Bills hat if you actually choose when Kevin Durant gets traded. But you can also buy one from our friends at Branded Bills. They've got the best custom headwear and apparel that you can find on the internet. And right now, I want you to head to brandedbills.com and find what hat fits you the best and use that promo code BB, PHNX. You're going to save 15% off your first order. And I got to tell you, I am a hat aficionado. I have a better, cooler hat collection than the mayor of PHNX, Derek Montilla. I have over 70 hats, and most of them are becoming Branded Bills hats because they are comfortable and they are the perfect hat for summers here in Arizona. So head to brandedbills.com, use that promo code BBPHNX, and you're going to save 15% off your first order. It is just that easy. Tell them Espo sent you, and they're going to say, we don't care. And now, most people don't get excited to go fill their car with gas. It's a chore to most people, but I am so excited that I need to go get my car filled tomorrow with our friends at Circle K. And you want to know why? Because they sent me an email the other day and said, hey, you filled up with us 5 times over the last 5 weeks. You get to save 50 cents off per gallon tomorrow just for you. And I said, yeah, I'm going to take that deal because I am a member of the Inner Circle, and so can you. You can become a member by downloading the Circle K app today, putting in your phone number, and that's all you have to do. Then you're going to get 25 cents off per gallon for your first 5 fill-ups. Then 3 cents off. You hit that Espo level at 5 cents off, and then they're going to hit you with all sorts of crazy deals. Plus, you get deals on Polar Pops, Frosters, Gatorade, their food. You get all sorts of discounts there. So all you got to do, download the Circle K app today and join the Inner Circle. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. Now it's time for Throwdown Thursday.
Today's matchup, Espo versus Derek.
That is right. It is Throwdown Thursday, and I bring in the mayor, Derek Montilla of PHNX. And we are going back as I make him slide over a little bit. He's crowding my area already. We are going to give 3 topics. Derek and I will debate as if we are First Take members. You, the crowd, and the mustache behind the Mac, Shane Diefenbach, will judge who is the winner. We each will get 1 minute per debate topic, and we will go from there. Shane, what is our first topic?
Well, first, let's shake hands.
I guess. Fine.
Wow.
Not in my arena. You walk in here with your sunglasses, trying to act like you're some wrestling heel, and showing off the guns and the tattoos. Yeah, I got 1, 2 right there. So you know what?
I literally
I'm
just
not shaking
exist
your
and
hand.
it bothers you.
Who wants to go?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll let him go first.
All right. Well, you want to lose automatically.
Sure,
That's fine.
let's do this.
All right.
Let's go.
The first topic is whose run to their respective championship was better, the Suns or the Diamondbacks?
Oh, it was 100% the Phoenix Suns' run to the championship back in 2021 was the better run. Because let's be frank, we all had gone through a shared experience that changed our lives with COVID. We literally were locked in our homes. We were not allowed to actually go to sporting events for most of that season. And we had just come off a bubble run that really had captured our imagination and made us believe in Suns basketball again. They were an underdog. They were a team nobody expected. And that is exactly why this team meant more to the Valley than that Diamondbacks team, why that run was more special, why the Valley and the Valley boys meant more than that Diamondbacks team. And that's not to say that the Diamondbacks run wasn't fun, that it wasn't special, but the Suns run had a little of everything, and it was Devin Booker's welcome to the NBA moment.
Okay. Derek, your time starts now.
Does your team have a championship? Oh, yeah, they don't.
Well,
let's talk about the 2023 run to the
I
World
must have missed
Series.
where you won in 2020.
Oh, yeah. No, sir. Get out of here. This is my time. The magical run in 2023 was special because the Diamondbacks had no business making it to the World Series. They barely had any business making it to the playoffs that year. This team was still recovering from one of the worst seasons in baseball that they've ever had in 2021. And of course, 2 seasons removed from a 100+ loss season, the Diamondbacks are making it to the World Series. It was a special run because, again, you talk about underdogs. You talk about a team that had no business being there. Get out of here. You guys won a whole bunch of games that season. This had nothing to do with it being an underdog. This team was an underdog. This team comprised of rookies and unknown players and a guy named Merrill Kelly. It was amazing. They beat the Dodgers. They beat the Phillies. And they should have won the World Series. Thanks, Paul Sewald.
Dang. All right, chat. Well, as Espo said at the top, we will be voting for the winner at the end of the 3rd round. That was the 1st round. The 2nd round, also pitting your teams against each other.
Good.
Derek, you'll go first.
Okay.
Who has the best jersey collection all time?
Oh, my God.
Your time starts now.
Who has the best jersey collection of all time? Which year do I start with? There are some regrettable seasons, of course, in the Diamondbacks' history, but there are more good years than bad years. Should I start with the Serpientes City Connect jersey from this year? Because that's outstanding. But what's really outstanding is anything in purple and teal. It set the tone for here in the Valley. The colors used by the Diamondbacks were always better than any colors used by the Suns, even though they have purple in there too. But the Diamondbacks did a great job of introducing this team with an amazing array of jerseys that everybody still wants to this day. They are classic jerseys, and actually in most MLB circles, the Diamondbacks vest jersey is still considered one of the best in MLB all time. Major League Baseball has been around for 500 years, and it's considered one of the best all time. There's no doubt about it. The purple and teal wins by a landslide.
Derek, you ignorant slut.
I knew you were going to call me a slut eventually.
That is the most ridiculous take that's ever come out of your mouth. And I've heard some of the worst takes ever come from you. The purple actually came from the Suns that you're lauding your team for using, first off. And the Suns Sunburst jersey is revered as one of the greatest jerseys in sports history. And that's without even talking about the Western font jersey that people love almost as much as the Sunburst. Then you add in the Valley jersey, which is the best City Connect jersey in most people's minds that we've ever seen in basketball. And the fact that the Suns have not changed their uniforms as many times as the Diamondbacks, nor have they ever changed their colors. The Suns by far have the better uniform collection of all time, and there is no debate whatsoever.
You change your jerseys every year.
Hey.
Sorry.
You zip your mouth.
You guys both have points deducted. Chat, remember that. Final round.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Espo, we'll start with you. We're debating free healthcare. No, I'm kidding.
Derek's against it if you're wondering.
Final topic is ice cream or cake. Espo, we'll start with you.
You know what? It's a tough debate, and I think it's difficult to go wrong either way. But whatever Derek picks will be the wrong answer. It's obviously ice cream, because cake, you only have so many flavors. If you don't like frosting, you're out of luck completely when it comes to it. But ice cream, a variety and so many options. And it's not just that. Then you could add toppings, all the toppings you could want. Ice cream also, guess what? In the Valley, helps cool you down. When we live in 115 freaking degree heat, who wants to eat a dry piece of cake? Who wants frosting that's going to melt? You want ice cream. You want a nice, cool treat that's tasty, and you can add whatever you want to it. Give me some hot sauce, hot fudge. Give me some marshmallows. Give me some M&Ms. Whatever you want, you can get it. Ice cream's better.
Do I have to go with cake?
No, you don't have to. You can go ice cream too.
You can argue whatever you
can
want.
say I'm right if you want. Go ahead.
Time starts now.
You will never hear me say that Espo is right, but what I will say is that ice cream is the superior here because we live in Phoenix, Arizona. Cake is fine, and there are so many variations of cake. I agree with Ray. Why can't we just go to ice cream cake and have both, right? But you can't have your cake and eat it too, apparently, in this scenario. So I'm going with ice cream because it fills in the cracks That's the biggest reason, right? Ice cream just fills in the cracks after a big meal. It makes it the superior dessert. And yes, we do live in a climate where it's 115 degrees today. In no case do I want to eat anything other than something that's going to cool you down. And the ice cream varieties are substantial, of course. I will say this. Make sure that you understand the difference of varieties of ice cream. Like you said, I would suggest the Frosty variety of ice cream simply because of their new Frosty shop over there at Wendy's, and get yourself some mix-ins, get yourself all that deliciousness. Again, the variety is what makes ice cream superior.
You heard it here first. Derek Montilla, the mayor of PHNX, likes to fill in the cracks.
Hell yeah, I do.
Wow, that's horrific. All right, we're going to start the poll in the chat for you guys to vote on the winner, Espo or Derek. It is in there now. And while you're in the chat, if you look right underneath the chat, you can see the donate button.
That's right.
Go ahead and donate.
Get in on that. That's very special. Big Brothers Big Sisters is very special to us.
We'll give the chat about 2 minutes. Is there anything else you guys want to say about what any of the topics?
You don't like the Valley jersey coming back? What is wrong with you?
What I said was, give me a different colorway of it.
Okay,
give me
that's fair.
a purple, give me a white.
That's fair.
I didn't say I don't like it. I said leave the black, Valley jersey back in 2021 where we have good memories and stuff. Give me a new version of that rather than replaying it. The whole NBA is just replaying jerseys for the City Connect this year, as if Nike was too busy with the NFL and MLB to remember they had the NBA.
They put a lot of work into the Serpientes jersey, so maybe they weren't too busy is what I'm suggesting.
I want to make this clear. I don't hate the Diamondbacks jerseys. I just think the Suns were superior. I love the Serpientes. The early Diamondbacks jerseys were great.
Do you even own the rights to the Sunburst anymore?
Yeah.
Do you own the rights to that anymore?
I mean, the NBA doesn't allow you to just simply go back to it. You have to have a variation on it. Yeah. So
I still think that everybody loves it because they can draw it.
No, you can't really draw it.
You can draw it. No, it's the logo you can draw.
Did you know they used to call it the Flying Lisa Simpson? There was
Perfect.
That was in the 90s.
The back of her head.
Yep.
Yeah.
They called it.
Chat. I'll give you about less than a minute to vote. Get your votes in. You have about 30 seconds.
Get your donations in. We're trying to hit that goal, by the way, $10,000.
Get those donations. Get those donations.
Let's make it happen. This is one thing Derek and I agree on: is supporting Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America. Get it in. Get your donation in. Help a great cause. Whether you like me, whether you like Derek, whether you don't like either of us, we all can say we all can say helping kids is a good thing. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's not a hot take.
We should debate that.
Helping kids.
So
healthcare and helping children.
Yeah. So this is what's up for grabs. This wonderful crown to wear today. Do you guys want to put any other stakes on this before I reveal the winner?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we need to make this a series, considering it's like playoff time.
It is Throwdown Thursday. We're going to keep stats and standings between you and I.
All right.
Because I don't want to bring any of these other people and I can beat them.
It's just going to be an Espo and Derek thing?
It's just an Espo and Derek thing because I can beat everybody else. But this is my sworn enemy here.
It's true.
I love that people actually assume that.
Closing the poll now.
All right,
winner.
Can you overrule them, or do we just go with the poll?
No, we just go with the poll.
All right.
The winner with 75% of the votes is Espo.
Oh my God! You're frauds.
Don't come into my home.
You're a bunch of frauds.
Don't come into my home and try to beat me because you're not gonna do it. 1-0. The king is in the house. We will do this again next Thursday. Big thanks to Derek Montilla, the mayor of PHNX. Big thanks to Shane Diefenbach, the mustache behind the Mac, and a big thanks to you, as always, the fans in the chat. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Southwest Bias. Remember, get in your Discord messages, your tweets to me, your voicemails. You can email me. I don't care. Tomorrow is Die Hard Day. You get to choose the topics. It's an AMA. Ask me anything. I may not answer anything, but it doesn't have to be sports. Let's do it. We'll talk about it tomorrow here on Southwest Bias. Remember, you can follow me at Aspo. You can follow the show at PHNX_Suns. And if you want to burn Devin Booker, get the hell out of my show. Ahoy, hoy.
We all silly like the mayor.